Okay, so I'm gonna try to make this fast and easy. We're doing a grand tactician. We're gonna look through each of the dead diaries. Just the videos, not just this. This is the cover one because they give you an entire history lesson about it. So I'm not. Let's start up here. So during the Throughout Wars, cavalry played an important role in battles during campaigns. Energy formations. Let's start with infantry. Let's start with infantry. Let's start into the infantry one first. Because I want to show you guys my view of something. Also, let's go back up here. So, battalion. So, battalions, squadrons, and battalions. The Grand Tactician, Napoleonic Wars, they will play like units, a bit like brigades in this one. So when they say brigades, I don't know if they mean like Grand Tactician, I don't know if they mean like whiskey and lemons, or because they're battalions. Battalions are not the same size as a battalion. That doesn't make sense. So I'm assuming, and there are like, they are doing at least for the Italian campaign, they're doing army, army, division, brigade, and then battalion and squadrons, and batteries, and the batteries. Why? Because you see in, because they show cavalry brigades, like the actual brigade HQ. So let's start with this. That's how. So you can kind of see the different formations that they have. I still don't like this one. Okay, no. I still think this might be a bug or something because like you can see the command. Oh, I didn't even know. The commander. Also, they should have more than just one flag. They should have more than just one flag. They should have more than one flag, but they have. I think these guys are supposed to let the skirmishers in front. Oh, and you can also see the band back here. There's a band. They have bands in the back of their formations, which honestly there should be some in the front and in the back. Because you drumming, if you're way up here, you can't hear this. Because of all the moving, you can't hear that, the drums. If there's like shooting going on next to you, you can't hear the drummers, so there should be drummers in front too, but there might be. I don't know. Also, again, this is kind of weird. Also, where's the rest of the brigade? This is just a battalion. This isn't an actual brigade. This is just a battalion. You can see that it's 3 o'clock, so they still have the day and night cycle. I don't know what this does, or this, or this. This is, where is the? Also, where is the commander? Oh, the commander's right here. You can see. After moving, you can see the commander's right here-ish. He's right here. Because the band is in there too, I think. Yeah, the band is in there too. Which, honestly, the band should be, like I said, in the front or in the back. Also, where did the band go? Oh, they're right here. The band is right here. So, firepower. And this is the cool part. If I go back to that, you can set it. The player can set it. Because that's automatically, and you can kind of see. The cool thing is, And my mom, if you hear background noise, that's my mother doing stuff. Again, she's eating right now, so eating and watching TV. So if you hear background noise, that's her, and that's why my fan on. So if you hear background noise, that's what that is. Anyway, if you look at if you want to figure out if they actually have skirmishes out or not, you can just look on the unit and see if there's a unit, a platoon or company missing from the battalion. And if you look at the Austrian one, you can actually see that they're missing an entire platoon because the platoon is out doing skirmishes stuff. Go. This is fire by, and if you look at this, you can see what they're doing. Over here. If you look back at this, when they, well, this is just range. They showed the range, the different ranges. You can see that they're not doing skirmishes because there's a full battalion here. Yeah, you can see there's different firing stuff. I know the one I'm gonna use mostly. I'm gonna use the 2-rank fire mostly. Even though this should be, these two should be, maybe this guy should also be here kneeling, because 2 ranks is usually them kneeling, but okay. They're supposed to be doing that, but I don't see the units actually have an animation for this part here. There's definitely a reloading animation. Yeah, you can see the reloading animation. And that's the square, which you can see that there's, look how small, you can tell how small, because that's a full like square right there. You can see these are over here are lancers, and these are hussars over here, maybe on the side over here. Is that screen there? This is Austria. And if you look at Austria, I kind of wish they would. Hold on. Oh shit. Hang on. They go kind of fast through this. In the side it says early development footage, not pre-alpha development footage. It just says early development footage. That was a shame. So, hold on. So divided the 4 platoons. Oh, okay, so the German ones are bigger, because this is the German battalion. So the Austrians are gonna have 2 different types of battalions. They're gonna have German ones, which I believe are Austrian ones, since they're gonna have 2. They're gonna have 2 different types. They're gonna have Austrian ones, and if I go up, yeah, Austria here, and they have 2. They have 2. They have German and Hungarian. I believe the Hungarian ones are smaller. Try to find what it says. Depending on regional where it comes from. Italian, while Hungarian ones are slightly bigger, there's no tactical difference. So so the German ones are the Austrians. The Germans are the Austrians, and the Hungarians are the hussar guys and that, but basically as infantry essentially. The infantry essentially. Look how small that square is. Those are German. Look how compact that square is compared to the French one. Because the French one is more open. Yeah, you can see here, the French one is open. It's more open. While the Austrian one is, you can see it's smaller and more packed together. So I'm pretty sure, honestly, the Austrian one should be harder to hit, but more like when artillery hits it, it should take more artillery damage. To be honest, because look how packed they are together. That you couldn't really move. And also, the Austrians have 2 commanders? Wait, how many do the French have? Hang on. The French have 1. Yeah, the French have 1 guy. I just noticed that. The Austrians have 2. Yeah, the Austrians have 2. There's 1 there, and then 1 there. So the Austrians have 2 commanders per battalion? I didn't. Okay, that's a cool detail. I just noticed that just now. Also, is the line formation longer? Is the square formation longer? I think the marching column is longer. Like road column is, yeah. It's longer. Cause you can kind of see the French one. If you look at the French one here, this one, the French are smaller. They have 60, while the Austrian ones have 70. Hang on, let's see. Did they? And you can kind of see. Wait, actually, you can see it actually. You can kind of see the Austrians have 2 flags. The Austrians have 2 flags. You can kind of see what looks to be a white flag. I wish they make it a little bit more spread out. So you put 1 here and keep that 1 there. Spread it out a little bit more so you can see both flags. But the Austrians have 2 flags. So the Austrians have 2. Am I recording? Hang on. Yes, I am. Good. Jesus Christ. I thought I wasn't recording. So the Austrians have 2 commanders and 2 flags. You can kind of see. Are they some of the guys in the back are kneeling. Or maybe they're facing through the ground. You can see you can see the Austrians have a different sort of style of skirmishers. You see they have the actual skirmish guys out in front, and then they have these like weird, I guess, backup skirmishers. Then they have like another 3 things of skirmishers. They have skirmishers. No, they don't have skirmishers out. No, they don't. But this is the Austrian. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. The more German. And you can see the artillery batteries. There's 1 here and 1 here. Like, you can see the French have. For some reason, the French don't have flags. For some reason. What happened? Wait, did the French have flags? What the? No, they don't. What? That's weird. The French don't have flags there. They don't. That might be a bug they're gonna fix. Because they don't have flags. These guys just ran. I think the retreat animation is fine because in Grand Tactician 1, they all ran at once anyway, so it's not like they changed. So, I don't know. People may have different opinion on that, but I think the retreat animation for the unit are fine. Because you have to make it a video game. yeah, you can see that there's another flag. There's two flags there. There's just kind of two flags. That's the battle flag, and then there's like the Austrian thing under it. Another white flag under it. And you can kind of see a town here, which I don't think this is the Finnish town. Here, over here. I don't know what this town does. You can see these are. I know these guys over here that are shooting. Cause these guys are dragoons, I think, or dragoons, or carabineers, or maybe something over there. I don't know what these guys are. I think they're charging. Yeah, these guys are dragoons or something that shoot on horseback. I believe they're dragoons, they're light dragoons, because they're shooting on horseback. So I'm assuming they're dragoons. Wait, no, dragoons are different. Never mind. Never mind. I don't know. We'll see in the tell you video. And this is real cool, but like you can see they barely hit anybody, and then as they get closer, you can see the. But honestly, this smoke, it shouldn't destroy the line of sight because that would break the game. But the unit itself, the accuracy should be as the smoke here becomes more and more and more. It should make the accuracy not very good because you can't see through the smoke. You can't see what you're shooting at. So you're just firing blindly. So, like here, yeah, they should be able to see them. Yeah, they can see them without smoke. Yeah, there's no smoke, just 20 paces. Those are grenadiers. Yeah, those are grenadiers. Those are grenadiers. Those are elite troops. Those are grenadiers. These guys here. And you can see that they're not using, that they're using, that you can kind of read morale 100, cohesion 99, fatigue 0, which, I don't know about that. But, 60? So wait. Okay, because they did say, that all of this, so like line is fine, maneuver column, open order, a lot of these you won't be able to use, at least at the start of the game. Hold on. At the start of the game, you won't be able to use all of these at the start of the game. So it's around 60 training, I guess you can use all these. They might change that to maybe 50 training or 40 or something like that. Maybe 60 might stay. But like, yeah, since the French mainly only use line, maneuver column, and maneuver column and attack column, I swear sometimes. And maybe battlefield column, but mainly this one and this one. So, at least during the Napoleonic Wars. This is the French Revolutionary Wars, what it is. It's when the game's gonna start. And I thought maybe these battalions had, these guys had grenadiers in them, but they don't. But yeah, you can see strength 60, so you might have to do something with that. I don't know if the French are probably gonna have better morale because they had better morale. They had better morale. So like this, and so back up to what it was. And then you see them fire and then they all run away at once, which I think that's fine. I don't think that's too different. Honestly, they should loot the flag. Oh my god, jeez. Also, I want to show you guys something. The reason why I said something about battle maps is because I'm pretty sure, and they did talk about multiplayer here. So they said pre-release and early access roadmaps. They did, but right here is important. This part is what most people want to see. But multiplayer mode will not be a simple topic to implement complex in this game. But then they also said this. This time, it's highly likely we'll look into this detail at some point. So they said multiplayer they'll look into it. Did they say they were gonna do it? Not completely, but did say they were gonna look at it, see if they could do it. Now, so let's go down to where is it? And they also said they're gonna be releasing one, yeah, each month for now, which tells me the game's gonna be coming out this year. Because why would you show so much stuff about your game if it ain't coming out in time? Which, yeah, they've released one for each month. Let's go up to Cavalry. Cavalry. Here we go. This one. I tried to keep this one short, simple, but it ain't it. And you can see, oh my god, stop. That the cavalry horses have the same kind of thing. These are Cheshire Archibald Squadron. 10 stars. Which means this is a squadron, a part of a bigger brigade. 100. Okay, so the cavalry are gonna have to have. Okay, so in order to use the different formations, because they're probably just gonna have to use line and these two, maybe. So maybe it's just start off with this, and then road column. As for the cavalry and for the infantry, when they have low training. I'll show you guys in a second what I mean by it. They literally said you're gonna have to do lots of training in order for this to, use. They did say, and also, I'm pretty sure this is coming out this year. Because look, they already have the AI movement pathing in the game. So, I'm assuming it's coming out at the end of this year, like September. Because I did, at first I thought it might come out, summer, but no. If it comes out, if they push it back to next year, it's definitely coming out in summer next year. That's what they did with Edition 1. So, they definitely did with Grand Tactician 1. I enjoy it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's coming out in. Dun dun. So, okay. So, if they do push it back to 2027, I'm assuming it's coming out. Well, I know it's coming out in summer of 2027. If they push it back, which they haven't yet. The reason why I say that is because Grand Tactician 1 was supposed to come out in summer. Well, it's supposed to come out in 2019, but they pushed it back to summer of 2020. So. Oh, you can see this cab actually have. You can see, and also here you can see the cab, or you can see they actually have flag bearers. You can't, for some reason, see the flag bearer from higher for some reason. I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, you can see the flag bearer there. Also, I still don't like how they're constantly running around, not walking around, like on the road. Like they're not. What happened to the road? Oh, that's a wall on the road. That's a road on the. That's a road with a wall. Okay, that's different. And also, I noticed. I'll show you guys in a second. But this can actually, if you look at the ground actually changes and gets smoothed out as they move around on it. Yeah, the cavalry are not ready. You can tell that they're not ready. But 1, 2, 3, 4. You can kind of hate how the cavalry are constantly running around. Kind of wish you could make them walk, because if your cavalry are going to a battlefield, right? If your cavalry are going to a battlefield, you're not gonna have them full speed like cavalry gallop to the battlefield. That doesn't make any sense. You're gonna have them walk. So that. Especially like the very big, like heavy war horses, they get tired easily than the light horses do. So, but it's cool, definitely. And you can see these are the dragoons, which are part of a bigger dragoon unit, which I think the rest of it is back here. You can see unit back here, which I kind of I don't know why they're all down, but the game's supposed to show you. So you can kind of see those guys back here, like with the horses, like they did Grand Tactician 1. And then it's fun here. But you can kind of see how they're on like a hill, with a slight hill. Sorry, my throat's very dry. Like a slight hill here. Like a slight hill. And you can see the walls change color. Because they were black in the cavalry, but you can see they're a different color now. Which means they're probably in a different area. And these guys are facing east? And you can see the cavalry horses, which the artillery is nowhere near ready. Because look how slow. The cavalry are outrunning the artillery. And that's supposed to be what? Horse artillery? Yeah, it's supposed to be horse artillery. The horses are outrunning the horse artillery, their artillery support. Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense, because horse artillery is supposed to be like lighter guns. And it's like they're struggling. Look at that. They're struggling to move. The artillery are struggling to move. So it doesn't make sense. And that's the grenadiers. These are the French grenadiers. They already showed the Austrian grenadiers in the other video. They just never clicked on them. You can see these guys aren't fully ready yet. So you can see the formations aren't, there yet. But you can see the French horse artillery is like struggling over here. You can look at that. They're struggling. But I think that might just be the ground. I think that might just be the ground that they're moving on. Hang on, I think that might just be the ground they're moving on. I wonder how fast they move on the road. Because like, you can kind of see that they're going downhill, and then they have to go uphill through this to get over this way, over here. So maybe they're moving slow because of the ground. Because maybe it's wet or it's muddy or something, maybe. Because the ground is supposed to like affect. The ground is supposed to affect movement. And artillery can't go through certain places. So like, if it's a swamp, the artillery isn't gonna be able to go through a swamp. So, yeah. And your units, your infantry can, I'm pretty sure, and your cavalry can't either. But light infantry can, and people can, but not artillery. So, yeah. And I'll show you guys about that. And one of the earlier Dead Diary for Grand Tactician 2, they said that ground would affect. Actually, I'm just gonna show you guys now. Hold on. I'm just gonna scroll all the way down. I might have to come back to this. You know what? We'll finish the video first, and then I'll show you guys what I mean by the ground is gonna affect movement. And that happened. So it's not confusing. Hold on. I'll show you guys this exactly what I mean by the ground is gonna affect movement. Okay, you can see that the brigade, right? They're using, that's not this. This is the brigade commander for these guys. Or for maybe, don't know why there's Austrians right here. I don't know why these guys back here are forming square. But these guys that are closest to the cavalry aren't forming square. They need to fix that. These guys should be forming square. These guys shouldn't be, to be honest. Because the Austrian cavalry are closer to these guys than they are to these guys. These guys are closer to them, so they should be forming square. These guys shouldn't be. So, like, look at that. There's all this. Did they just have them attack twice? What was that? What was that? Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's one long, okay. You can see the goons back here, I think. No, those are stars. Yeah, those are stars. Yeah, stars, and then, yeah, these guys are Al-Shabaab. Al-Shabaab. Wait, what? Skirmishers reattached. I guess they're gonna change that to vedettes, I guess. Or scouts or whatever, right? Because I don't know. That's the skirmishers reattached, so I don't know what to talk about that. That sounds interesting. Wait, hold on. The guy on the ground that died. What was that? He's glitched. Yeah, there's a guy dead, but he's still on his horse. He died on his horse died weirdly. His horse didn't fall over. Wait, why is that guy walking? What the? Hold on. I know it's not done, but look at this guy. See how the guy walking? Ooh, that's Ooh, and then you see them zoom out, and you can really see the elevation here. That's a mountain there. You see how there's the elevator. See the cavalry back here. You see them kind of go up. You can see it kind of. That's the forward there. So it goes up the forward, and then there's a hill here they can use, and then it goes down and up to this little village that has no roads going to it, which I don't know what town they're gonna do yet. I don't know if you can fight over them or they're gonna catch on fire when you fight over them too much. Ooh, you can see that they actually put the lanterns down when they charge for the lanterns. They're forming a attack column, which is weird. Kind of they're being pushed into a nearby. See the cavalry coming? Oh, those are French lancers over here. Yeah, Lancer Squadron, light cavalry, attempting to break the enemy charge. Counter charge. Well, I think this might be the Polish Legion, or no. Those are Italians. So I believe the Italian army was called the Legion or something. Who's shooting at them? Wait a minute. Who's shooting at them with that much accuracy? Who's shooting at the Austrians with that much accuracy? Yeah, those are lancers. Who's shooting at them? I guess the infantry shooting at them, I guess. I don't know. And then why'd they break off? Okay. You see them retreat. Wait, hold on, go back to that. What? Hold on. Look at that like this. Someone's gonna have to that. Yeah, you can see, I believe, these brigade commanders and all your commanders that are, like, divisions in the game can actually charge. I'm pretty sure I'll show you guys that too. Because I believe they can charge as well. Like, these guys can charge in with the cavalry get stuck in, like mirror. Oh, morale effect. Okay, they show morale effects. Charge per hour. -60. There it is. Rally value 6 plus 6. What? Rally value 6 plus 6. Charge home. Which, okay, charge home per hour. Charge home. 7 point. Charge. Commander with unit. Okay, so this guy here. High mortality casualties. 18. Oh yeah, these guys are being wrecked. These guys went from 160 to 143. Flanked. Wait. Oh yeah. No, they're not. Wait, they're flanked. These guys are flanked. Flanking. What? They're not. I guess were you flanked? Because that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. That they're flanked. That doesn't make any sense. Because the flanks would be this side or this side. I mean, if once they turn, yeah, now they're rear flanked. So this should say rear flank now, not okay. That needs to be fixed. Also, the command is still going up. So let me show you. Let me come out of this. Let me go back to the library, like this. Command and control. Because they rebuilt the battle system here. Let's see, where does it say? Yeah, having commanders in the thick of combat with their men will increase motivation while increasing the chances. Yeah, and the new system. So, not only the point of location act as, but also as combat elements. Each elements are attached to units during battle. Okay. I'm not gonna read that whole thing. Like running the right wing, left wing, slowing down the control. Yeah, they showed, but I didn't think they were gonna have brigades. I didn't see brigades until the cavalry one. So, what you saw in the videos is this graph right here. Well, not this, but like it's sort of this. So you can see there's a brigade here, a division, these two brigades, and this division. This, I believe, is a cavalry division. You have 2 infantry divisions and 2 cavalry divisions. Yeah, 2 cavalry divisions and 1 infantry division, and then 1 infantry brigade under the commander. You can see that he took command of this and went like that. So he is going over here, taking command of them, and this is the next graph. And then he over the charge this way. So he's in command of this division in going this way. Wait, actually, no. Maybe this division is this unit, and this unit. So this brigade, that brigade, and this brigade here. It's all one division. So one division, because this guy's over here doing that. So I'm assuming. And then this division has this brigade, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this right here is 1 division. This right here is 1 division. This is another infantry division. This is a cavalry division with brigade commanders, with brigade HQs. And then you have the cavalry brigade back here with 2 cavalry squadrons. Here, yeah, and actually, what they showed countercharge, they showed attack, they showed assault. They didn't show reserve. I guess the reserve isn't in the game yet, so because they did show this, and this. And then let me show you, where is it? At this. You can kind of see this happening in the actual game, but not really too much. Like, yeah, it's not, you couldn't really see it because they don't really use melee too much. Where is it? Down here? Oh. It wasn't this. It was not this. What was it? And now they can, users can also engage in multiple directions. That's what the squares. That's what the squares are for. So this kind of gave it away as being able to, you can form a square in Grand Edition 2, but you can't. You have Edition 1, but you can't really hit multiple units, basically. And they're called, yeah, this is them telling you improve battle layer. What did they? Was it? It wasn't this. I'm pretty sure they showed it somewhere. Where like having like your units couldn't go into certain areas. Hang on. It couldn't go into certain areas. I saw it on here somewhere. I might have to click on the website to see it. I don't. This is all the whiskey and lemon stuff. I'm pretty sure I saw it on here somewhere. Was it the Unlimited Battlefield thing? Oh yes. This. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's not. It's this one. They had it up on Steam, but I think it's down. They took it down or something on Steam. Because they did show an image of it. Yeah, like this is for Grand Tactician 2. So this is for Grand Tactician 2. But you can see they said like rain drops, the terrain will slowly start to dry up during winter. That's the same as spring. So it goes up here. Pathfinding AI, move faster. The difference between different terrain. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe the horse artillery in the horse video was moving through different terrain. That's why they were moving so slow. But maybe not. Maybe they're just not ready to be used yet. Yeah, different terrain often tired, slow down. But they are. No. So this right here. Pathfinding. Navigation is very simple. Legend. Limited only through open ground, field, forest, swamps. Not frozen. Which is this is untrue because on the Battle of Fredericksburg, the pontoon bridges are there, but they're not, and you can't pathfind. They won't pathfind over them, so it's not technically true. So deep slope, whatever. Force, slow down skirmishers, and cavalry brigades just the same, and does not prevent artillery from deploying. And of course. But in the new engine, so yeah, there's different. You did see that kind of includes navigation engine. So each terrain type has its own navigation characteristics. Heaviness, unit heaviness. Light units such as skirmishers have no issue with force, but a large cavalry unit or a totally bad you cannot enter a thicket or try to cross a swamp. It's part of farming, so you know what to do that. Yeah, you guys want to read this back, which is pretty cool. Because it'll take into account whether or not there's a swamp in front of you and move on. Hopefully that's true. I don't. We'll see it. We have to see it to believe it, but maybe they can do it. How long have I been recording for? Jesus, hour? No, 44 minutes. I think this is the only thing I wanted to show you guys. I think. Discord open. Different color. Then it was here, but it's not. They took it down. I'm guessing. Took it down, I'm guessing. Oh, speaking of mods, hold on. Speaking of mods, I need to go to the store page again. Yeah, you can see they already have some of the portraits done, like Masena. Like that's Masena. I think they're using Masena as also a placeholder too for some of the other portraits. What was it? It was let's do that under here. Let's coordinate. What does it say? Yeah, doing early access will contain all replayable content, but not all nations and scenarios. These will also feature. Keep adding in. The first one we're working on is at least 1796 to 1797. Two main nations is revolutionary France and Austria. That's why I said That's why I said the game's coming out this year, late this year, because they literally said they already showed us what's in the game. So. I hope they show, like, have a tech video where they show where it's just them on the battlefield, maybe on the tactical map, where it's just them, like, cycling through stuff, the different, like, movement stuff, and see how fast the game moves. And they also changed the AI. Oh, the community can also add their own. Okay. Moddable is higher than the version 1. Many elements are exportable in the game file. The engine reads them. This will allow unit textures. That's why I say they're doing customization, because why would you add unit textures? Sounds, commanders. So maybe they're not gonna have all the commanders in at once. Maybe units and the formation, and also maps. That's why I said they're probably not. Someone said they're probably not. Well, I said they're probably not doing battle maps, like historical battle maps, because you can literally just make them yourself if you wanted to. Just go make it. Because of this line here that allows modding textures and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if someone makes a Grand Tactician 2 like Civil War mod. I wouldn't be surprised. And if someone makes like an historical mod for the Napoleonic Wars that has all the different guard units and all the different units in it, it's gonna be insane. So yeah. Wait. Switching mainly to editable data files makes modding a lot easier and difficult, as different data files can be hundreds too. Now the code of info, lines of info, also in description. Oh, okay. Oh, that's why they couldn't put the Grand Tactician. They would have to make a whole new game if they want to remaster it. They have to take the whole engine out and then put the new engine in, because the new engine uses data files and Grand Tactician 1 doesn't. So I think that's all I wanted to show you guys. I think that's it. I think I'll be making another video on fleet. Okay, hang on. Not this one. My Russell spot's not working. Don't know why it's not working. No, I have stuff for it. Yeah, Task Force Admiral. I'll be making a video on this game soon. So, yeah. Bye guys. So, yeah, bye.